Okay, so this is what I have in my patrol bag. I have a couple buddies who are graduating the police academy, and they want to know what I carry in mine. So we'll start from the front, move to the back. So you gotta have gum, and you gotta have Purell. Clean hands, clean smelling mouth. First and foremost, right in the front, easy to grab. In your old Amazon envelope, we got Combat Quick Clot, Narcan, Chest Seal, Tourniquet. I'll get to why it's blue in a sec. And that's it. Another tourniquet that stays with the bag, that's black. Next up, gotta have caffeine. I don't mess with coffee though. This has the equivalent of just 1 cup of coffee in terms of caffeine. I work overnights. So in one of those, 3 a.m. get you over the hump type of things. Fruit by the foot, whether it's for me, whether it's just a kid, I come up on a scene, you want to give something nice to a kid, it's good to have. Moving into the bag, we got extra pair of cuffs, never hurts. You gotta have Pepto-Bismol or the equivalent. There's like the knockoff brand. You gotta have it. Earpiece. Extra shoelaces in case something happens to your boots. Dayquil. These are little things for my uniform. Charging block cable. Extra pens. You gotta have stickers for the kiddos. I don't care if it's a missing child that you find or just a random kid in the street while you're on patrol. Super important to have just to give out something nice. Kids love stickers. Extra pens. Always a must. Battery charging pack. Battery for my red dot. More batteries for the flashlight on my firearm. Extra battery for the radio. And a iPhone charging cable. Another tourniquet situation. I have this from my previous agency. They used the soft T tourniquet as opposed to the cat. Israeli bandage, more quick clot, latex gloves. It just never hurts to have more blood stopping capability. Gloves, and more gloves. Bandages, gauze, more gloves, more bandages. Ceramic ballistic insert that I have left over from my previous agency. Gonna just throw that into my vest. More gauze, more latex gloves. You can never have enough. I have my mandatory flashlight. This is my, technically it's my primary. I don't use it as such. I like to just have the smaller version, but per policy I need to have a long one available to me. Gotta have snacks since I keep kosher. These are Israeli Cheetos. If you don't know the law, you're doing yourself a disservice as a law enforcement officer. So this is for the state of Texas, where I currently work. It's called the Elements of a Crime, and it just breaks down the key crimes, I guess we can call, and just the necessary elements that you need to meet in order to effect an arrest and call the district attorney's office. Flex cuffs, never had to use them. They've pretty much just been in my bag for years, but just in case you run out of regular handcuffs, flex cuffs are a good backup, I guess. I just started carrying these recently. These random items that I'm going to be showing you, I just started carrying them due to specific incidents that happened that made me think about it. Diaper kits. ranging in sizes. You don't know what a family's going through, or, you know, why their kid might have a dirty diaper for 3 days straight. And now you have to take custody of this kid, temporarily or longer. Kids Need Clean Diapers has everything that you need. I'm not sponsored by this company. A buddy of mine used to sell these. He just gave me these as a sample for my own family. So I threw them into my patrol bag. Just more books of knowledge that I need to have. Emergency blanket. I had it in my patrol bag ever since I used to work up north where it would get freezing, but down in Texas, you never know. You might have a really cold night. People could go into hypothermia if they end up in a body of water or something like that. This literally cost $1 at Walmart and potentially could save someone's life. I thought this was pretty cool when I bought it a couple of years ago. As you can tell, I haven't used it, but you could write on it in the rain. It's not supposed to smudge and things like that. I haven't used it. I just write inside my patrol car. You know, if it's pouring rain, I'm not going to be writing outside. But it's good to have because you never know. Maybe I won't have the option to be in a patrol car. Waterproof bag. This is like meant for camping. It's good to have in case I need to protect something from the rain, I guess. Again, it's one of those rather have it, not need it, than need it, not have it situations. I recently bought this, again, based off of a call. This is, I guess you can call it almost like a universal dog leash. It just has a little hook, or rather a little ring that can just slide over whatever animal you're trying to wrestle. The reason I got this, I think it was like $10, $15 off Amazon, is because I had a call of a dog that was running in and out of traffic. And before I had this, I had to improvise. And I used leg restraint, which is just, in the current agency that I work for, it's just like a nylon strap. There's nothing really crazy about it. I just didn't like the way that it worked. You know, I had to constantly make sure I wasn't tightening the strap on the dog, right, while I was trying to transport it to the animal control. So I decided to go with something that I know I could trust, because this is what it's designed specifically for. Along with dogs, whether they're friendly or vicious or whatever, and you need to distract them, just some treats. These are dog treats that I use on my own dog. So if they're good enough for my dog, they're good for the public's dog, I think. Random item that I don't think most cops carry in their patrol bag. I do. Mini bolt cutters. God forbid I should need to respond somewhere where there's a chain that I need to cut. I at least have that capability. The incident that led to me purchasing this was when I was working back north. A homeless person decided to start chaining suitcases to the subway, which presented a massive fear and mini panic amongst people. So I went out and I bought these. I think they were like $30 to $40, worth the investment if you need to get a chain off before your SWAT guys, or up north there's called emergency services, before they can come out with their cool tools, or before the fire department can come. Maybe you can try and help use this. Next up, I have the dreaded ticket books. Cops have to write citations, and when they do, these are the more obscure citations. That's why they're in my patrol bag, as opposed to being up front in my vehicle where I sit. By obscure, I mean like parking tickets. I don't typically write a parking ticket unless it's like an abandoned vehicle that's been bothering, you know, a neighborhood. Mini clipboard. Haven't used it yet. I have a much bigger clipboard, which I keep. Bigger notepad. The one I carry on patrol, like to take notes for a report, is a little bit slimmer. That was embarrassing. Typically it's a little bit slimmer, and I can just slide it into my vest so I can take notes. But in case I need to sketch something out or whatever, need a backup notebook, I have one. We already talked about my flashlight. Little mini Ziploc bags. These are great for small pieces of evidence. The agency that I work for now, if it's a small, relatively small crime scene, they trust us to have the basic forensic knowledge of how not to mess up the scene. So this is good for like bullet casings, or rather shell casings, or live ammunition that, you know, someone racked out of the firearm. So it's good to keep them separate so we can go tag it for property or found narcotics, something like that. Back to the dog thing. The dog that I was talking about with the leg restraints, I mean, it was not really taken care of so well. I had to improvise. You know, I took this is Purell knockoff, but I took a water bottle, cut my hand, and gave it as much water as I could. As soon as my shift ended, I logged onto Amazon and I ordered a collapsible doggy bowl because, you know, animals can overheat and they need water too. So let's try to take care of our people and our animals. Traffic vest, in case you're working an accident, nighttime. I would like to be seen, and that way people could avoid hitting me as much as they probably want to. Fingerprint case, again, or fingerprint kit. Again, the agency I currently work for trusts us to do basic fingerprints collection, not analysis, nothing like that. We collect it, we tag it, and we let the professionals take it from there. And just a little pamphlet that's unique to my agency for phone numbers and resources, should I need them. On the side, wet wipes, baby wipes, whatever you want to call it, either to wipe my hands or other parts in case of an emergency. More Pepto-Bismol or Equate in this particular case. You never know when you're on shift and you eat some bad food or something not sitting right, but you have to make it through your shift. This is a lifesaver. I just shared some with my partner the other day. Chewable Pepto, toothpaste in case I have to stay overnight or whatever. In my current agency, I haven't really had to stay overnight. In my previous one, I had to a couple times. I need to restock on this, but antibiotic ointment in case you get like a minor scrape or cut. We go places and touch things that sometimes you don't want to bring that stuff home. So, hydrocortisone cream, again, there's something to get a reaction. Another little charging block. Trash bag, because you never know what you need to throw out. And on this side, more hand sanitizer, more gauze, more gauze. I'm not going to take it out all the way, but duct tape, because duct tape, if it can't be solved with duct tape, it can be solved with WD-40. Either you want it stuck or you want it unstuck. And that's what I carry in my patrol bag. Nothing too crazy, just the basics, plus a few little things. I hope this helps.